Hello my dear students, let's start our class. Today, we are again going to discuss the remaining portion from your economics, the story of Village Palampur. But before we start the class, we have to remember some of the important points of the previous discussions. Palampur is an imaginary village. Farming is the main activity in Palampur. Palampur is well connected with neighboring villages and towns. Many kinds of transport are visible on this road like tangas, bogies, motorcycle, etc. The village has 450 families. Most of the houses have electric connections. Palampur has 2 primary schools, 1 high school, a primary health center, and 1 private dispensary. Production activities. Here you will get 2 types of production activities, farming and non-farming. My dear students, now we are going to discuss about organization of production. The aim of the production is to produce goods and services that we require. There are 4 requirements for production of goods and services. The first thing that we require, land. So land is a basic natural resource required as an input in any production activity. It is fixed in nature. Other natural resources such as water, forest and minerals. The second requirement is labor. It means physical and mental efforts put in by the human being during the process of production. The third thing that we require, physical capital. It means variety of inputs required at every stage of production such as tools, machines, buildings, raw materials and money. Physical capital can be again divided into 2 categories, fixed capital and working capital. Fixed capital, it is durable in nature and can be used a number of times over a long period such as tools and machines. Working capital, a variety of raw materials are required while production such as yarn used by the weaver and clay used by the potter. Money is also essential during production and both of them in hand are called working capital. The fourth requirement is human capital. The fourth requirement is knowledge and enterprises to be able to put together land, labor and physical capital and produce an output. So dear student, as we see that factors of productions are combining of land, labor, physical capital and human capital. My dear students, let's discuss about farming in Palampur. Here land is fixed. For Palampur, village farming is their main production and the well-being of these people is related to production on the farms. But there is a basic constraint in raising farm production. Land area under cultivation is practically fixed. Now question arises, is there a way one can grow more from the same land? In Palampur, all land is cultivated. No land is left idle. You will find in Palampur 2 kinds of seasons. Crop seasons, Kharif and Rabi. In the rainy season, Kharif farmers grow jawar and bajra, followed by the cultivation of potato between October and December. In winter, farmers grow wheat, and a part of the land is devoted to sugarcane harvested once every year. Due to well-developed irrigation, farmers can grow 3 different crops. Electricity transforms the system of irrigation. Multiple cropping means to grow more than one crop on a piece of land. Another way for higher yield is modern farming. In the late 1960s, the Green Revolution introduced the Indian farmer to cultivation of wheat and rice using high-yielding varieties of seeds. There are 2 types of cropping pattern you will find in Palampur. So, cropping pattern. One is single cropping and another one is double cropping. So what is single cropping? In this one single crop in the grown during a year on a given piece of land. And double cropping. So what is double cropping? In these 2 crops are raised during a year on a given piece of land. Here you will get well-developed irrigation system, regular electricity supply, government and private tube wells for irrigation, use of modern farming, surplus wheat production. Now, how is land distributed between the farmers of Palampur? Land is important for any kind of farming. In Palampur, about 1/3 of the 450 families are landless. Dalits have no land for cultivation. 240 families cultivate small plots of land less than 2 hectares in size. In Palampur, there are 60 families of medium and large farmers who cultivate more than 2 hectares of land. Who will provide the labor? Small farmers cultivate their own lands. Medium and large farmers hire laborers to cultivate their fields who come either from landless families or families cultivating small plots of land. Farm laborers will not have any right over the crops grown on the land. They will be paid on wages for their work, which can be cash or in kind, that is crop. Sometimes laborers get meals also. Wages vary from region to region, crop to crop, one farm activity to another. Farm laborers are employed on a daily basis or for one particular farm activity like harvesting or for the whole year. Dear students, we have already come to know that capital needed in farming. So modern farming methods require a great deal of capital. Most small farmers borrow money from large farmers or the village moneylenders or the traders who supply various inputs for cultivations. The rate of interest on such loan is very high. The medium and large farmer have their own savings from farming. They are thus able to arrange for the capital needed. Sale of surplus farm products. Let us suppose that the farmers have produced wheat on their lands using the 3 factors of production. The wheat is harvested and production is complete. What do the farmers do with the production? The wheat the farmers produce from the land is retained in part for their family consumption and they sell the surplus wheat. Only the medium and large farmers supply wheat to the market. Thank you, students. Have a good day ahead.